It is a mess, and it's turning violent. Protest, and then those simply just waiting outside that perimeter that the Taliban has set up outside the Kabul airport, trying to get in. Tens of thousands, we're told, but only so many can get through. As we evacuate now, about 2,000 a day. But we're learning that as many as 65,000 American and Afghan friends want out. Is there any chance at all they'll be able to get out? At least that number, especially when we're finding out it's not the U.S. calling the shots on who gets through that perimeter, but the Taliban. Danny Coulson is here, the former FBI Deputy Assistant Director. You've seen these type of things about getting people out of harm's way, but this is tens of thousands of people who want that, Danny. But the latest intelligence we're getting is that we're not going to that perimeter the Taliban has set up. The Taliban is controlling that perimeter, and it's deciding who gets through. What do you think of that?
Well, that's true. That's true. Neil, also, think about this. We've created the world's largest hostage situation. And how do we get them out? We have a non-permissive environment. We don't know who they are. We don't know where they are. And I can tell you, I was in the hostage rescue business, and the hardest thing about rescuing people is knowing where they are and who they are. And we don't have a clue. We're in a non-permissive situation where we have chaos created by our own lack of planning, and now we're using that same chaos as an excuse for failure. And I don't know how we get out of this. I'm not so sure it's tactically possible. I would look to buying them out, paying whatever it takes to get them out of there. But this is an impossible situation for our counterterrorist teams to deal with.
And you don't know who you're getting out of there, right? Bad guys could slip through. And that's a big concern.
We don't know who they're. Exactly. Well, the easiest thing about rescuing hostages is what you do at the objective. The hardest thing is, where are they? How do you get there? Can we operate there? And more importantly, once we get in, how do we get them out? And the answer is, we don't know. And this is a terrible situation. Lack of planning, artificial deadlines on when we're going to do it, which is probably the biggest mistake. And now we have all these people that need rescuing, and I'm not sure how we're going to do it. We have great military. We have great military planners. We have a lot of really capable teams that can do rescues. But where do we start?
Yeah, and then you have to wonder, Danny, I mean, when the defense secretary has made clear that, his job is to concentrate those forces inside the airport, not at that perimeter. So it doesn't sound to me, and you're better at this than I am, are going to go to the perimeter and force the issue. At least that's not our intention right now. So we're relying essentially on the goodwill of the Taliban to do that for us. What do you think of that?
Well, remember, Afghanistan is a tribal environment. We have the Taliban. We also have local tribal leaders that control their geographical area. And what the Taliban says today, that tribal leader may say no tomorrow. So it's a fluid situation. We don't know what's going to happen with regard to commitments or agreements, because it's not like the monolithic United States of America or the Soviet Union. It is a group of tribes that may or may not agree, and they may change side tomorrow. So it's the worst possible scenario.
The Taliban seems to be presenting this public image, Danny, of we're new and different, improved, whatever you want to say. You know them well, you know the organization well, whatever you want to call it. Are they different? Have they changed? Are they so concerned about their image to the world and the international stature they get to get that money that's been frozen, that they can't get access to now, that they'll behave differently?
And there's a possibility that they will do that, but also it's a possibility that'll change their mind tomorrow. They may say, okay, we want all this money. Let's say we have Neil Cavuto here. We can hold him for a couple $1 million, or in your case, maybe $30, and we'll get that money. That could be their money. That could be their cash cow. Hostage taking is a very profitable operation, and I think this could become very unpredictable.
You think this could become another Iran with the fall of the Shah and Ayatollah Khamenei, and it could be that bad?
I think it could be. What I'm really concerned about is that we'll try to do tactical operation. We'll have another Black Hawk Down situation, and we know how that worked out.
Absolutely.
This didn't have to happen, Neil. They should have done this gradually. They should have gotten all the innocents out and then kept Bagram operational until the very end, then pulled it down if that's what they wanted to do. Not pull out our resources, our security, and then leave everybody to their own devices. That was crazy.
Real quickly, Danny, President Biden was talking about we'll do whatever is necessary, stay as long as necessary to get those Americans out. That could go well past the end of August deadline to get out. Do you think that's doable?
They won't get them out by then. No, absolutely not. There should not be a deadline.
This could drag on well, if you just do the math, right? I mean, it would go well into late September and beyond.
It could go beyond the end of the year. With that many,
That's true.
And who you're dealing with, and I don't have a lot of confidence in the State Department to be able to negotiate this, not because of the State Department, because of who they're negotiating against. And it's a bad situation. It didn't have to happen. I'm somewhat disappointed the president didn't see anything wrong with it. It makes me worry about our future.
Dan, I hope you're wrong on this, but you haven't been in the past when we've chatted. The $30 comment about me, notwithstanding.
I'm sorry.
You're a good reader.
I'm
You're
sorry.
probably right. That would be generous, Danny. That would be generous. Danny Coulson, the former FBI deputy assistant. Finish that thought. I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say I'll give you $30.
Okay, good. So that balances it out. Danny, thanks for that very, very much. Again.